Hello and welcome back to another edition of Arizona Express. I'm your host, Rachel Nima, and joining us today is Kathy Gould, co-founder of Southwest Herb. Hey, it's great having you on the show, Kathy.
Good morning.
So, walking into Southwest Herb, there's a lot to see. What do you all exactly do here?
We carry all kinds of different herbs, hundreds and hundreds of different medicinal herbs for literally everything under the sun, colds to cancer.
I noticed different kinds of types. I saw specialty blends.
Well, a lot of our customers come in here, they really don't know that much about medicinal herbs. So it's a lot easier if I pre-blend them and I make up an allergy blend, say, or a respiratory blend, that they can take that pre-blended, all the herbs are already in there in the right proportions, and they can just take them home and make a tea out of them or a liquid extract or whatever.
Is that the same for the bulk spices or the bulk herbs more so?
The bulk herbs are more, for students. We do a lot of education here, and our students learn about a plant and they want to go and maybe just take echinacea, and they want to go and make a tea with that. So it's a single herb.
And I also noticed capsules as well.
Well, that's a lot for convenience. A lot of our specialty blends we've also made into capsules. A lot of our bulk herbs that people use quite a bit, we've also made those in capsules. For a lot of people, it just fits into their lifestyle a lot easier than making a tea.
What types of specialty blends or bulk herbs are a lot more common this kind of season, this winter?
During the winter season, we see a lot of respiratory, a lot of lung issues going on. So we have a blend we call respiratory. We see that the immune system is being challenged during this time of year. So we have things, our echinacea blend. You tasted one a minute ago, a new chai blend that we made that has a lot of herbs in it to just strengthen.
That was really delicious too.
Thank you.
It's hard to believe that I was fighting my immune system this whole time, and now I feel perfectly aligned.
Well, good.
So, what other types of cases come in here? Like, how many lives do you feel like have been bettered?
When people come in here, they come in here usually with a purpose. Maybe they are having a health issue. Maybe they've got cancer. Maybe they have whatever allergies, asthma, whatever it happens to be. So they come in here with a purpose, and often our specialty blends, that's how we've done that, is they will cover them. We joke that that's our area, the answers to the most asked questions, because they can just pick and choose from there. But often people come in and there's something that we need to specifically blend, create a blend for them. And we do that quite often too. So how many people do we touch? We touch those people, they get better and they tell their friends and their family. And they, not only that, they get better, but they learn to take care of their friends and family, and their friends and family then learn about it and take care of other people. So it just goes on, and they tell one friend and they tell two friends and they tell two friends, and yeah, so it goes on and on and on like that.
And so these are spices, herbs, and things that we can bring into our own homes and make for ourselves.
Yes, these, that's what we've been doing. Plants have been around since the beginning of time, and that's what we've done. Plants are our medicine. That's our birthright is using the plants for medicine. So all of these things are simple, and that's what we try to bring back to the public. Is this is simple medicine making that we've been doing since the dawn of time to take care of ourselves.
How long have you been bringing this holistic style into your life?
I've been doing this now for about 30 years.
And what was the catalyst of changing?
Because of my children. My son was at an early age. My son was diagnosed ADHD and put on the drug Ritalin, and after about 10 days I just saw that wasn't the plant. I mean, the medicine wasn't working well for my son. It was changing his whole personality. So I wanted to find a better way, and we did. So he is now 32 years old, and since that 10 days has never taken an aspirin. Everything we've done with plants, so I know anything is possible.
So when we come back from this break, we're actually going to get to learn how to make a homemade tincture.
Stop! Please! No! Stop! Stop! Ah!
Hello and welcome to Arizona Express. I'm your host, Rachel Nima, and joining us today is Kathy Gould, co-founder of Southwest Herb. And today, we're actually going to learn how to make our own homemade tincture, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty excited about it. So, how do we begin?
Well, first, so you know, a tincture is a concentrated extract. That means if we had a cup of tea, if you needed to drink a cup of tea, then 1 teaspoon of a liquid extract would be the equivalent. So for a lot of people, this is just much more convenient.
So this bowl, everything in here is going to end up looking like this.
Yes.
All right.
That's what we're working towards.
Okay.
And what we tell our customers and we tell our clients is that anybody can make these. It's really important to us that we get this information and we empower our people to know they can do it themselves right in their own kitchen. So when somebody comes in and asks us about, say, echinacea, in this case, we're doing an echinacea tincture today, we bring them in here just like this and show them how to do it.
Okay.
So my suggestion might be that I can walk you through it if you feel like it, and you can make it just to sew. You've never done this before. I assume you've never.
I'm a pro. This definitely will be my first time. I'd love to, actually.
Okay, so
All right.
I'll walk you through it, and then you can go ahead and make it, and then we'll talk about how to store them and what to do with them.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so we're gonna make a quart-sized tincture,
Okay.
and what we have blended here is all the echinacea, and there's some red clover. It's actually a blend that we call Echinacea Plus, so it's got a number of different herbs in it. So basically, all you're going to do is you're going to take these herbs and you're going to put them in, fill the jar up about almost to the top, maybe about
Almost?
2/3
Okay.
of the way in.
All right. So far, so good.
And you can do this with any single herb, or you can use a combination of herbs to do this. And remember, if you're making it in your kitchen, everything we do for here, we put on our gloves and our nets and all. Oh, messy, good messy.
Yeah.
But when you're making it at home, you know it's your medicine. You can use your hands. You can get yourself dirty. You can make a mess. That's the fun of it.
I would use my hands, but
But because the camera's on, you don't want to have your hands in there. Yeah.
it just wouldn't look civil, All right, so maybe I'll just start trying to pour that in
Sometimes
there.
just shoveling it in there is the best way.
There we
Okay.
go. Fantastic.
So just throw all this stuff off at the top.
All right.
And then you just take 100 proof vodka. This is pure 100 proof vodka. What we make in the store, we use a pure alcohol and we mix it with the proper amount of water for whatever that plant is and blah, blah, blah. There's much math to it. It's not that complicated for home use. At home, you simply get 100 proof vodka and fill your jar up with 100 proof vodka. 100 proof vodka is 50% alcohol and 50% water.
What does the alcohol, does it filter it out somehow or absorb?
What it does is just like when you make a cup of tea, you put the water and the herb in a cup, the water extracts the constituents out. In this case, the alcohol and water combination extract the constituents out, and alcohol will extract much more than water can.
All right.
The other thing is alcohol will preserve it indefinitely. So some of these are finished tinctures here. So some of these tinctures, they can be forever old, hundreds of years old. Now they've brought these up from the pyramids and they're still viable.
This could be like a family heirloom.
We joke with our women that come in. We have a formula that we make for menopause and hormone balancing, and we tell them this is going to be preserved for your daughters and your granddaughters, your great-granddaughters' menopause, so you're all covered all down the road. So just go ahead and fill it up with your vodka. 100 proof vodka is all we're using here, straight 100 proof vodka, so you don't have to do any math.
All right. This is my first time pouring vodka too, so I mean.
Oh yeah, I heard it was just your 21st birthday.
All right.
And you keep on going all the way up to the top. Let's take this off. Maybe that'll be faster for you.
All right. Oh my
Good
God.
to the last drop. Now we need some more here.
Okay. Oof.
I know. It makes your eyes water.
It is a little bit.
We joke that if the tincture doesn't work, the vodka you won't care. All the way up.
All the way? Okay. There we go. Oh.
Now, in this case, we don't have, and I didn't bring one over with me, but if we have, you could just take a spoon and stir it, and it'll settle a bit, and stir it, it'll settle a little bit. And then I usually take plastic wrap, put it over the top, and then just put a lid on it. And the plastic just keeps it from leaking, from being leaky. And then we take this every day and we shake it for about 2 weeks.
How long do you shake it for? As long as the song takes
Yeah.
to finish?
So just give it a good shake every day. And that's the same thing, if you have a tea bag in a cup and you dip the tea bag, that's how it extracts out. That's what we're doing with the shaking. We're extracting out the constituents. Pretty soon the alcohol will turn to a dark brown as it absorbs all the colors of the herbs. At the end of 2 weeks, we strain it off, and you just simply I just take a bowl or whatever, put a strainer in it, and pour this through it. And as that's strained out, we just put it into a dark jar. We like a dark jar to put the finished product in because a dark jar will keep light out, heat out, moisture out, outside moisture out of it, and then store it in a cool, dark place. What we'll do often is we will then take a smaller jar that we can pour what we want, take this with us, and let's say you have allergies. You might want to take a dropper full of this 3 or 4 times a day. So you can drop this in your purse 3 or 4
Travel.
times. Yeah,
Travel.
travel. And then just store this one in a cool, dark place.
Yeah, for 500 years.
500 years, 5,000 years, yeah, whatever it is.
That is really simple to make. So now the next process, just shaking it for 2 weeks and then eventually straining it, and then you're set.
And
That's
then you're
all you have
set.
to do.
The reason this is important for a lot of people to know, we get a lot of people that have, maybe she's a single mom, she's got a couple of children, or maybe it's a student that's on a budget, or anybody, we're all on a budget, right? So if they can make this up, let's say we've used, I don't know, let's say this costs us $30 to make. That $30, you're getting about 30 ounces at the end of the day. That comes down to pennies for your medicine. And now you have plenty enough to take care of you and your family, or yourself for however long a period you need.
No, definitely. And it's actually much more inexpensive than just going to the doctor and being filled up with all these different prescriptions.
Exactly. So if it's an alternative, different strokes for different folks. Some people use their medicines all by themselves, their pharmaceuticals. Other people have, they want an alternative to that. Some people want to use the pharmaceuticals, but they are having problems with side effects. So we'll give them herbs to help buffer some of the side effects of those strong chemicals that they're taking. A lot of them when we teach them how to make things like this, it really brings it into their kitchen and empowers them. So now they feel like they have some control of their health and their family's health.
So when people come through, you'll be able to kind of direct them as to which blends they might be after or needing?
That's exactly what we do. We take them out and we just sit and talk. I think that's what we're missing in our community, is a place of community. You've been through our shop. People want to hang out and sit and talk and
Lots of
share a
places
cup
to
of
sit.
tea. And then you can share your story. And once you share your story, that puts in my mind what herbs would be most appropriate. We can kind of talk about that. Now we're co-creating their healing journey instead of me telling them what to do or some specialist telling them what to do. And making medicines is a really big part of that. Learning to make your own medicines is part of that process of empowerment.
No, definitely. And I'm sure down the road, it's a much more healthier approach to living your life.
I think so. I think we're going back to this. This is what's happening. People are going back to the basics, and nature is the basics. Sometimes you can just go out and be with that plant and find the healing of that plant. It doesn't always have to be made into something. How many times have you just looked at the beauty of nature?
Yeah, we've gotten so far with technology and building all these, huge establishments. I feel like maybe it is time to go back to the basics.
And so that's basically what we do, whether it's tea or tincture or capsule, whatever that person needs. That's basically what we do, is help them to create whatever their healing journey. We help them along that healing journey.
Well, I'm so glad to have learned how simple this was to make, and it's been a pleasure having you on Arizona Express, Kathy. So thank you so much for coming by.
You're welcome.
If you have any questions, there's more information on their website at swherb.com. Again, thank you for joining us on Arizona Express. See you next time.